Hey everyone, and welcome back to my spray test prototype. As you'll see, first off, the map that I test in has changed quite a bit. As you'll see, we have different targets here at different ranges. So we have one at 5 meters from this starting point here, one at 10 meters, one at 15 meters, and then one at 20 meters. This is useful for gauging how accurate it is at a distance, like with the different weapons. Because as you see, we've got new models for the weapons. Because I bought a pack for a different project, but I thought since I already have bought it and it has weapons inside of it, I may as well use them. So the new weapons. This one's the rifle. This one's the pistol. We've got the SMG. New weapons are the M1 14, I think. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a burst fire weapon, I've decided. This is a sniper, and here's a shotgun. So, first off, we're going to talk about the hood that's been made. So, you probably may have seen just in the top left, if I go off the weapon, and if you look in the top left real quick, you may see loaded rifle spray. Now this is for the new hood, or new hood and spray loads that I've implemented. So you'll see in this hood, we've got two options here, which is weapon spray multiplier. This is on 1, so you probably shouldn't put it too high, because else it will mean the sprays will go absolutely everywhere. There's use recoil, which will keep off for now. Then there's different spray like saves. So now I've got 3. I haven't done anything with the third one, as I've mostly been using the first and second one. So if we click on the first one and then go to the pistol, you'll see that I have the I've remade the spray I used before in the hood. As you can see, each spray it has its own location that you can alter and change. I'll try and put it back. And then we have the rifle. I've done the same where it's just a diagonal line going down and then a finishing point at the end, all the way down in the corner. Sniper, for the first one, I've just upped that a little bit for the first one, because I'll show you in a minute why that needs to be like that. Then we've got the SMG. This one hasn't really had much done to it. Then we've got the M4A1. See, that was the name I was trying to go for, but I couldn't remember. This one is, since it's a burst fire weapon, I've kept most of it in packs of 3, but just spread out further upwards or to the side a little bit. And then shotgun isn't really affected by this, as you'll probably see in a bit. The spray for the shotgun is actually randomized each time it shoots. So we'll go on to the second set. So for the pistol, it's kind of like a upside down F that I've made for this one. For the rifle, I've made a little sort of pattern where it goes up, curves around, comes back down, and then goes down to the right. I have no idea how spray patterns work in real life, or whether they're supposed to curve around and do all this sort of stuff, but I've sort of been taking cues from CSGO and how they deal with spray patterns. Sniper, once again, is just 0.1, so it's very slightly offset. SMG, it's sort of like a C, or like a sort of moon cycle. I guess it's how you, depends on how you look at it. M4A1, once again, it's just the same as the first spray set, slightly different. It kind of looks like there's a 6 in there. And then shotgun, once again, it doesn't really take into consideration the shotgun. So here we've got like 3 different walls that we can shoot at. Because as you'll see, if I go back into the menu, it says sprays at 10 meters. Because what you're seeing in here is what the spray will look at when you're shooting at something roughly 10 meters away. So if I load up spray set 2 and then load up the rifle, this is what you should see sort of within that area. So if I aim at the middle, and start shooting. Oh, I haven't reloaded the sprays. 'Cause, right now you have to re-equip the weapon to load the spray again. Oh, now I'm going to need to reload. Sorry about that. So if I start shooting again, you'll see that it does the pattern, and it's roughly how it looks in here at 10 meters. If we went back into the HUD and doubled the multiplier, you'll probably see it'll be a lot bigger. So yeah, we'll keep that at 1 so we can actually be somewhat accurate. In the HUD it always resets back to 1, but you'll have to actually change it. That's something I need to fix. Yeah, we'll go back to these weapons over here and I'll show off the new weapons. But actually, first, before I do that, I want to quickly show off what the use recoil does. So this simply just allows the weapons to apply the recoil that they'd usually have. And as you'll see, that will change the spray pattern quite a bit with recoil added on. See, with recoil, it's kind of become like a upside down B with like a flick or like a Q, I don't know. Next we have some of the new weapons I'll show off. So we've got an M4A1 here. So if I use this real quick, you'll probably see that it shoots in burst fire. And if I was to spam shoot it once it's reloaded, you'll see it does its pattern going up. And there's the sort of 6 looking pattern that we saw earlier. But if we take our time shooting it, then it's nice and accurate. We've just got to take into account for the spray and the recoil now. So, next weapon is a sniper rifle. I did a little bit of messing around with materials and made a sort of a sniper scope, even though you're not really going to use it. So this just sort of magnifies in, and it does a single shot with high recoil. And you can shoot it like relatively fast for a sniper rifle, but it's mostly always sort of very accurate for where you're aiming, unless you're sort of walking at the same time. So next up is the shotgun, which I'll show off. So as you'll see, this will shoot shots in a randomized pattern, so it won't always be the same. And another thing is that it doesn't always shoot the same amount of pellets. So this one shot 7, this one shot 7 again, this one shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay. I think the game is trying to show me up. 4, 6, so that one shot 6 that time. 7 again. It's between 5 and 8, I think, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it's randomized each time. You'll see, even though it shoots off multiple projectiles, it only uses 1 ammo. So, let's go to have a look at the accuracy of it. So, definitely for short range, like the 5 meter target, the shotgun works very effectively. As you'll see, if I keep spam clicking the shotgun, you'll see how many points we get. Hitting the lower portion of the target does 5 points, I think. Middle 10, and then in the head is 15. So as you saw, we got about 500 points there. If I use the rifle and try and be as accurate as I can, got 420 points. Hey, so we mostly hit the head. We did hit the middle a little bit, and I did miss a shot over there. But if we move over to the opposite target, 20 meter target, you'll see shotgun can work at range, but it'll mostly miss its pellets. So the best one for like a sort of very far away target is definitely the M4A1, because it has a very fast reset timer spray, or reset spray timer, sorry. AK has a slightly slower, but it has something against the M4A1, which I'll talk about just in a sec. So if we go into the hood, there's a randomness value that can be applied. This isn't currently taken into effect, as I'm still kind of working on it. Because I did have it working, but I wasn't happy with how it worked. Because even at 0, the spray would still get affected slightly. So the M4A1 also has a bit more recoil to, oh no, sorry. The AK has a bit more recoil, as you can see, than the M4A1. However, when the randomness is introduced properly into the game, it won't have any randomness compared to the M4A1, which will be having a slight amount of randomness attached to it. But I guess it will depend on the player whether they want the randomness to be applied. But it's just what I'm going to do for now. So what you'll probably want to do is you'll probably want to use the AK in a sort of similar burst fire way to the M4A1, as it has a more accurate first shot, but it, as I said before, it takes a little bit longer to reset the spray, so you can get it really inaccurate if you try and burst fire too much. So kind of like the CSGO AK, it's a weapon that you kind of want to tap for a very accurate the first shots, rather than spraying it. But you can spray it as long as you know how to counter the pattern. It's just a bit hard, even for me, who's made the pattern. One thing that's also been fixed is shooting while moving, as the way I wanted it to work before was I wanted it so as you're moving, you're more inaccurate. And I did have it working like that, but the only problem was is that the first shot was always super accurate, even though it really shouldn't be. So what it used to do was it used to multiply the first spray location by quite a bit, but I usually set that to 0, 0, so that the first shot can be as accurate as possible when you're still. So what I've done instead is, rather than multiply it, it adds to it now. So when you're still, that first shot will still be super accurate, but if you run and try and do the first shot, you'll probably miss most of the time. I am getting a few lucky shots, as you can see. If I tap fire, especially on the 20-meter target, it's gonna go everywhere, and I'm not gonna hit it at all. If you slow walk, you probably will still hit it. So if you're trying to use the AK in like a tap fire, you probably want to be slow walking or just completely still. Hopefully in the next update I'll have the spray randomness working properly. But yeah, one thing I could show right now is I could quickly go into the third save and make a really weird pattern, I guess. And then if we was to use it in game, you could see how it should look very similar to how it looks here. So if I just make some weird abomination of a spray pattern, yeah, it's in the rifle. So if I just re-equip it by pressing 1 again, if I go to this target here and shoot, even though we have recoil on, you can sort of see that it looks quite similar to how it does here. So you can edit it in real time. If I make the first shot go all the way to the right and all the way down, you'll see it doesn't go down too much. That's because I didn't save it. There we go. So you have to actually remember to click save. Never mind, I did save it. There we go. I hadn't re-equip the weapon. But yeah, that's something I do want to fix up for the next video, is that when you change a spray pattern, you have to always sort of unequip and re-equip the weapon before the spray is actually taken into effect. And that can be slightly annoying for rapidly testing a spray. So yeah, that might be, I think that should be it for today. Sorry if the video is a bit choppy. I'm probably going to edit it up this time because I've got a sort of list of what I wanted to talk about, and I've messed up a few times. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you look forward to the next update. And that should be it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.